I really found something that really works.
Prospering because we choose to prosper, and we choose to see, and we choose to bless. We choose to be giving, and that's what it's about. We're giving our way into our future. We're not going to shut our hands up, but we're going to open them up and say, I choose to give to you. I choose to give to you. I make you my priority. And so without any further ado, I'm going to bring you our CEO and founder of the United Success Network. And let's give a round of applause for Charles Isaiah Morgan.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Great.
All right. As we see, got some new faces out here. We're doing recording. Things are going to the next level. As I said, they would be. It's been, like I said, a long time coming. 10 years in the making. Now we're getting to this point to go ahead and show the world what Metro Detroit is about. All right?
All right.
Yeah. So just real quick, while we're doing the recording, for everybody that's out here for your first time, even for the people that are watching live for your very first time, we have something that's very special that's going on. It's something I always like to do and set the record straight for everybody. We only like to invite people that we know, love, and trust into our network. This is a community built off charitable people. We have a vision and we have a vehicle to take us to our next level of success. So before we get started, even those that are watching, whoever has led you to this video, you can go ahead and take 30 seconds and just thank the person, just saying, thank you for thinking about me. Go ahead. You're welcome. Now, right there, I went ahead and told you to go ahead and do it. But for those that are viewing for the first time, within the next probably about 20, 30 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why you will get up and hug them and say, you know what, I feel like I'm blessed, I am special, and thank you sincerely for thinking about me. So, without further ado, you heard my introduction. This is something that's been a long time. Y'all heard me bumping my head, and that's when I guess the knowledge came in and said, hey, you can go ahead and think outside the box, which I was playing with the boxes and making toys from. But now we have created something that it didn't just come from me. I do thank God for giving me a vision to go ahead and put things. I got a supernatural download for just putting things together. And it took a lot to get to this point. We all played a part in this, and I call everybody, pieces of the puzzle. And that's what you're going to find out, how we all integrate together and we all play our own parts in this unique success vehicle. So I'll go ahead and hit the lights for us. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to let everybody know what the hype is about. A lot of people sometimes don't know exactly what they got pulled out here for. And you're going to find out everybody needs some extra money, right? We even got millionaires in our program that say, hey, I got people in my pocket that owe me money, and you know what, I'm going to go ahead and provide them a way to get out of it. So what is the hype about? Let's go ahead and jump right on into it. It's very simple. What we have done, United Success Network has created a revolutionized, a genius concept that simply makes sense. We call it the real evolution of social media. We have two different sides. You're going to find out one of our sides is that we have the social media side, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry. That's something that's big, that's going to be very popular as y'all see things start to evolve. They have the Facebooks, the Twitters, and different ones, not to knock them at all, but they all have their different experience. What we have here is saying that, hey, it's good to talk, but I like talking about a little bit of money. I can talk about all that extra stuff, but when it comes down to, personal gain and financial things, that's what really gets me going. So that's what we're talking about here. We are taking the social media experience to the next level, as you'll see in the future as we continue to grow. But moving on, what we have done, stepping outside the box, we have created a unique crowdfunding system where you actually generate money from everyone that's in your friends list. Y'all can go ahead and clap about that. That right there is something special. Like I said, we have been creating this for 10 years. We had the crowdfunding experience. That's one thing that just kept on evolving, making it better than anything out there. We have other ones out there, the GoFundMes and things out there. We have something called cooperative crowdfunding. That's why everybody's coming together saying, hey, let's do something together. So moving forward, basically what we have done is created a financial support system. I'm going to tell you right now, if you can close that door, we got a little picture right there. We have created a financial support system that is based upon giving you a hand up, not a handout. There's a big difference. And the reason why, we created our Flip 50 financial support system with a simple 4-step, fully automated 5-level concept that's first of its kind, 100% proven to be a remedy to poverty when following our guidelines. Everything has rules and regulations to show people, hey, this is the structure. But finally, our system operates very similar to in which a way a GoFundMe account operates, or in the manner in which a private individual gives another private individual a donation to give them a helping hand. So, like I said, we have put together what we like to call the next big phase of crowdfunding. If you look at crowdfunding, do your Google search when you go home or right when you get off the computer, think about it and look at it. Within the next 5 to 10 years, crowdfunding is estimated to be a roughly 200 to $300 billion industry. That's what we're getting a jump on right now. The other ones have been out there. That's all one. The difference between what we have going on here is that other platforms, the money goes to one person. And that person, if you know anything about the other ones, there was a guy, I believe right here from Detroit, that was walking about 20-something miles to work. And that was that's a heck of a walk. I probably never done 20-mile marathon or anything of that nature. But he was doing that. And he put his need out there to say, hey, this is what I have a cause for. This is what I'm struggling with. Everybody has a reason why they need extra money, right? Yep. This guy put that out there within a matter of, a few weeks. He generated hundreds of thousands of dollars. Not only did he get that car, he got that house with an attached garage to put that car in and say, hey, you know what, y'all can stop sending money now because I've been blessed abundantly. What we have going on here is knowing that everyone has a reason of why. Anytime you donate, we just came out of, what's that, Cancer Awareness Month and everything. Everybody has done this before. Now we have put this in a structured formula to show how everyone can bless one and be blessed at the same time. So let's go ahead and move forward and show you exactly what's going on. And the reason why we have put this structure together is simply because, in America, both American and Canadian citizens, we actually have a legal constitutional right to give or donate property or cash or other assets of value as established by law. Furthermore, as you'll find, look it up, found in the gifting law, found in IRS tax code titles 26, sections 2501 through 2504 and 2511. It states that one or more individuals can give a gift or gifts to another individual up to an annual $15,000. Right here in Michigan, I can clap for this, it's $16,000. That's $16,000 per calendar year without any tax liability being incurred upon the recipient. So this is one of the things I need to really get people to go ahead and really understand. There are laws, there are constitutional rights. We've all been doing it before. I tell people all the time, think about your birthdays. Think about, different nonprofits you helped out. Hey, think about the church that you give offerings and all that stuff for. Those are all crowdfunding situations without a label. Right. Am I right? Yeah. Am I wrong? Yeah. Right. Even the person that's displaced out there, have his hand out for some change. You stay out there long enough people that's going to walk by and give them enough money, go ahead and get some food. And sometimes, in different states and different locations, those guys actually make some really good money. So it adds up. But those are all crowdfunding situations. And to understand this, the actual law, I don't hate to pick on anybody, but sir, what's your name?
William Matthews.
Mr. Matthews. Okay, to understand this, say for instance, I always use the scenario that we had a very good birthday. You had about like 500 people come out, right? And everybody decided, Mr. Matthews, I'm gonna go ahead and give you $1,000. Everybody, 500 people. That's a total of $500,000. That's a very good birthday, wouldn't you say?
Very good.
Very good. Hey, I'm looking forward to them birthdays, and those type of situations actually happen, all the time. So, according to this law right here, what's going on in the IRS tax code, how much money are you going to pay taxes on?
Nothing, because everybody's giving a small amount.
Exactly. Everybody get up for Mr. Matthews. He hit it right on the nose. He was paying attention exactly. What it was saying is that this right here is saying that is the law. 15,000 people. The reason why that is possible because nobody gave over that allowed amount. Everybody, key number one statement was $1,000 a piece. That added up. And I tell people all the time, let me know when have you ever paid taxes on your birthday gifts? Right. That hasn't happened because I tell people all the time, I don't care really about that cake. and all the little fixings and all that stuff, let me go to them envelopes. That's what I'm really ready to get down to, you know? I mean, I'm just serious. And that's the reason why, even when I do birthday presents and all that stuff, I purposely give a substantial gift to make myself stand out, because I know my birthday's coming around, and don't you dare pin no fives, no dollar bills up on me if I got the little money thing. It's 20s and 50s and above. Don't even play me like that, all right? So I'm trying to really set the standard here for that. But we all, like, just to go ahead and say that we all been in this type of situation before, and we all have participated. We've all done this unconsciously because it just happens. It just happens. So knowing that we had that out the way, I'm going to go into the next point of our system, the 4 steps to the Flip 50. Now, when you understand this, I'm going to go ahead. There's 4 core principles that we have already that we exemplify. We need everybody to go ahead and adapt that as well, because what we are in this network, we're pioneers for change. And that's what you're going to understand before the end of the presentation. But to understand the 4 steps of the Flip 50, the acronym, a lot of people, when I first came up with this, the flip part of it, I was thinking about, flipping houses, flipping cars, quote unquote, flipping money, whatever. But God gave it to me and gave it to me very clear. This acronym for the flip is that we are faithfully leading important people. Think about it. That's why I mentioned in before that we are all pieces of the puzzle. If you know, in this day and age, it's not always what you know. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't know the right people to go ahead and put that into place, you won't get there fast. You'll probably sometimes never get there. So in this day and age, the more people, people that you know that get you where you want to be even faster. That's why when it comes down to the whole principle of, crowdfunding, you are all pieces of the puzzle. Usually in the video that you will see online, USN Changing Lives One at a Time, you'll see that in that video, our model is very simple. The more people you know, the more money you have access to. That's an incredible situation to be involved. When you think about it, the more people you know, the more money you have access to. And we all found ourselves in positions where, not all of us, but sometimes we have found ourselves in a position where, we had things that came up, unexpected bills and things, mortgage payments that might have been getting you, kicked out of your house or whatever. Things might happen. You have to call around, gather some money up, make some things, IOUs, promises. Hey, we've all been there probably before, but now we have something to go ahead and say, hey, let's all take something and let's all do something about it. But first, the core principle that we always tell people, you have to educate people of what's available. If you knew better, you would do better. Very simple. People, you got to understand, we have created a necessity. People have been looking for a lot of stuff. A lot of us have been into a lot of stuff that just didn't work, a lot of garbage. Who's been in a lot of stuff? Products, programs, big investments, small investments, never got a dime or a penny back. We pride ourselves about being a system that is 100% burn proof. Go ahead. We tell people all the time, our system is either that you're going to receive fast or you're going to receive slow. There's 3 types of people that join now, people that join later, and then, gotta say it, other people, they're the hater. There's always some people that's some haters that, I don't know about that type people. But educating people is first. What you're going to do is educate them about United Success Network. We do have the app. You can always go to your Apple Play Store. That's at USN, and just type that in and search. But when you join our network, you're going to join our network by giving a one-time $50 donation to a member. Keyword member. I pride myself, the company prides ourselves, that we don't have to touch the money. A lot of programs and all that stuff, these clapping, that's something to clap about. That's a lot of people out there, they don't understand how things work and they just want to know who's holding all the money. We pride ourselves in saying that we don't have to touch the money. We actually love it that way because it keeps down the frustration. No extra jobs, nobody saying we owe them anything. We actually create this the system for your benefit specifically and for others. Like my mother had mentioned, it's been times that I've put myself out there, I've sacrificed, I've done everything for each and every one of you, and we have a lot more ground to cover. But to understand this, what you're going to do is give a $50 donation to a member. The member that's going to be peer-to-peer. We actually have a lot of fun in here. How many different usernames do we have? Suit 2, we got God's Favor. That's a lot. Little shares, y'all hear them coming out. Yep. Yes. Determination. That is determined right there, helping out a lot of people. But yeah, Black Gemini. We have a lot of fun in here. That's just to show you the reason why we have those call out those names is because when people come in, they're going to actually call you. The reason why we say make something kind of unique and don't have just your other name, because if they're calling for Charles, as soon as they say a certain road, I might hang up because it might be a bill collector. So, you never know. But we have those different names out there on purpose. So when you say these different usernames, it automatically rings a bell to say, hey, I need to take that phone call. We actually heard people almost injuring themselves trying to run and get their phone, thinking they're going to miss out on some money. But we have a lot of fun in this network. And you're going to give that donation to an actual member. And that's how it happens right there. First one, educate people on how to do it. That's what you do right there. The second step is that you're going to share this system, keyword, with all your family and friends. If you know anything about that, even for people that's listening, family and friends can be some of the biggest dream killers out there ever created. And they say they love you at the same time, but they don't want nothing better for you than to see you fail and say, I told you it didn't work. Right. But you got to understand, the whole aspect in crowdfunding is very simple. If you understand crowdfunding, how did that guy get that house and that car or whatever, or get anybody to help him out if he didn't tell anybody about his experience or his reason, his why he needed extra cash? Crowdfunding is simply fundraising and campaigning for yourself. Ours happens to be a crowdfunding platform where it's cooperative, meaning that everybody comes together, we all help each other out. That's the whole thing. What you're taking part of is a team crowdfunding event. You don't want everybody on your team. I'm telling you right now, all money is not good money. Some people just don't answer their phones. Some people don't know how to work a computer, whatever it might be. You don't want everybody on your team. So, like I said, whoever thought of you to come over here, they actually had your best interest in mind. Say, hey, I need you to take a look at this, and I need you, just let me know, no pressure. If you understand it, you get it. It either makes sense or it doesn't. But to understand, sharing this, I tell people all the time, majority of the people are not exactly family. I hope people that are listening to this will actually take heed to what I'm saying and meaning. Family, they say they love you, but when it comes down to $50, you would think it would be about almost $5,000 or $500. I'm like, come on, $50. We just went out last weekend. What's going on? You know, I was just at your birthday party. I gave you a nice gift. What's up? But you gotta understand, people that you meet, your coworkers, you gotta understand people that are at your jobs, they're people that come in there for money. The only reason why they go have a job still or do anything is because they need money. Right. Those are the people that you want to go ahead and share this with because they understand the concept, hey, we all need some extra money. Let's go ahead and make it happen. So you get that out there with your family, friends, whoever. Move to the third step, and actually the second step of our core principles is the community development portion. That's basically like knowing, I don't know where you guys live at, but it's people in your community, like I said, they're always looking for something. A lot of different nonprofits, churches, they're always raising money, you know, and college students and everything. Get it out to the community and get the word out there. Third step is that you're going to apply the 7-day challenge. The 7-day challenge is very simple. It's basically showing you a projection chart or progression chart saying that if you do A, B, and C and follow our steps and structure and our guidelines, like we say we have a lot of things laid out for you. If you follow our guidelines and use our buddy systems and our support system, you will have pretty much guaranteed success with our network. It's a simple thing, but it's a process of duplication. The third core principle that we exemplify is the point of cultural enrichment. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it real with people. We all know how, and this is where my passion really kicked in to go ahead and say, this is where I hold on and I wake up every day knowing that I'm doing something good because it's not about me. My vision, my why is that, hey, if not now, then when? When will we wake up and do something about the next generation? As you know, you can turn on the news, you can look at the newspaper anywhere you go. Every generation right now is getting worse and worse. Financially, the bridge, I was just on a radio show just the other day, bridging the gap between the haves and the have-nots, is getting very wide. It's very wide, very wide. And what we're doing here, taking small steps, that's why we say despise not small beginnings. These are small beginnings that are happening right here, and it's taking pioneers just like you to go ahead and spread the word. But what's happening is that we're laying out a blueprint for our culture and for other cultures as well. This is an any culture website system, but we're taking these necessary steps to say that we as adults now will do something in this lifetime to make something happen for our offspring. Can somebody clap about that? We're pioneers, simply pioneers, but you have to get the word out. And then the 4 steps, very simple, 4 steps. You give, you start sharing the information, you empower your people at knowledge, you have the knowledge, you're seeing things happen. And then this is what we pride ourselves off of, that you will collectively receive $400 plus from your network over and over again. Now, like I said, $400, we call it just the tip of the iceberg, letting you know whatever you have got yourself into is actually working. Like I said, this is a 100% burn-proof system. It's either you're going to get your money back fast or you're going to get it back slow. Don't get it back slow and want to be one of them people that I'm just going to put my money in and see what happens. No, it's not the lottery. It's not the lottery. It's not one of those things that just money just randomly hits you like that. But we have a system where we have, it's a community thing. So you're always working as a team. We're always fundraising together. But what is going to show you that in our system, whether you move fast or move slow, you will start to receive. And what it is going to take is you to still go ahead and do your part. It's like I tell people that what we have created is almost like the ultimate global potluck. And I'm going to use an example because I always do it all the time. Think about the potluck. Everybody brings their dish. We sit on the table. We have a huge feast. Just think about everybody that's in this room. We all bring one dish. We have a huge feast. We have take home and leftovers and everything. Then we have somebody that comes with nothing in hand. Now they want to be usually the first one to get it, first and seconds, and like, man, seconds? Oh, they got a take home already too, It's funny, it just happens like that. The person that brings nothing, usually one of the people that wanted to go ahead and get the most plays and had a Ziploc bag or something. Like, man, come on, how you come prepared to come? They might have needed it though. Hey, so we never know their situation. But we have a system, like I said, is a hand up, not a handout. Everyone needs to simply do their part. Everybody knows people that probably owe them money. People out there, you probably know some people that owe you some money. Probably people that you have done good deeds to. Those are the people that you want to go ahead and share them and say, hey, this is the way that you can go ahead and pay me back. Stop avoiding my phone calls. Let's do something together. And I'm seeing a lot of people, just even off this first level, seeing a lot of families get strengthened, a lot of communities, a lot of, different, even nonprofits, even business owners, especially small business owners, they're starting to see the light to say, hey, we're small business. We're trying to get bigger. But hey, we got to go ahead and think outside the box and do something different. That's what's happening. But we show people that even from right here on level 1, our system works exactly the way how it says it works. And that's why it brings me to the point, the simplicity of it all is that you get your money back. Go ahead and clap for that. That's the bottom line. I tell people all the time, whether I invest or I loan or I even give out. I never give, at this point, I never give what I can't afford to lose, because anything else will have you all mad and doing other stuff, But the simplicity of it all, our system is proven. I don't know whatever else you have been into, this is not like that. This is where the things start to change. Now it's the time for a new era. And now it's the time to show the blessings to the next offspring and say, hey, this is what we have laid out for you. So before I get started, this is going to come down a home run stretch, giving you the meat and potatoes of what you came to hear and see. Everybody say Charles. Charles. Show me the money. Show me the money. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it. All right. What you're going to see right here, and I go ahead and show it to people all the time. You see these boards. People, I'm going to tell you, you're going to hear it. You need to know how to address it. People that have never been in anything before, they come up there and say, oh, that's one of those pyramid things, one of those things of that nature. I'm going to tell you right now, one given fact that even what she stated before, I was the very first person in this system. If it was a pyramid, I would always be getting blessed all the time. I know I look like good money and everything. That's because I've been blessed. But I was the number one person in the system. There's been people that came in here within the last month and a half that have blew me out of the water as far as receiving in our system. That is something to clap out, because what is happening is we put together a system that gives everyone a level playing field. I've seen people come in here and bring in, 1 or 2 people. Then I've seen people that got brought in by them bring in 20, 30, 40, 50 people and blow them out. Like, man, how did that happen? Yeah, because it's a fair playing field. You can move as fast or as slow. Just don't be on that slow path, because you'll be looking at everybody else moving past you. This is a system not based upon where you come in at. It's based upon how you network. On our network, on our website, you'll see that we're changing the way you network forever. We're opening yourself up to a new aspect, something that works and something that's going to continue to work. So to understand this board, these are always going to be 15 positions on here. The main point of this board right here, this is called the giving line, the donation phase. Everybody comes in, they're going to be giving a one-time $50 donation. It doesn't go to this person, it doesn't go to this person. It's always going to tell you who it's going to go to. We call this right here the chief director's position, also known as the birthday position. Now, everybody's going to have a birthday once a year, right? So that means everybody's going to eventually get to this receiving position. I'm going to show you exactly how that works with you in the equation. So to break this down, as you can see these names filled in, this is your name down here at the bottom. You can see Eagle. Eagle is the person that you give your donation to. You don't give it to Joe. You don't give it to Hal. We actually have 3 different notifications that we send out. We make it as transparent, and the integrity level is all the way on 10, if not 11 or 20, but it's all the way up there, and we make sure that everyone shows exactly what they show. All we are as United Success Network, we're just a hub to show a genealogy form of who gives and who receives. We do all the thinking for you. It's a 100% fully automated tracking system. There's nobody behind the scenes manipulating things like how other programs have done. Right. I know who they are, but we have something that is state of the art that's going to show you every time. Every time you come in, you're going to receive a text message saying who you give your donation to. The person that brought you in will receive a text message, and the receiver. That's why I say some people go ahead and almost injure themselves running to the phone because they'll get a text message saying, hey, somebody is about to send you a donation. Be expecting a phone call. So when that phone rings, they're like, oh, let me get to that phone. We have a lot of fun in here. So to understand this board, Ann brought in, Eagle brought in Ann and Hal. Ann brought in Jeff and Craig. Hal brought in Mary and Joe. Mary brought in Rod and Dee. Joe brought in Lou and who? You. So right there, be thankful for Joe. At that point, you get accepted. You get approved in our system. You go up to the next position. Step 2 is what you do is you start to share. You start to go ahead and share, hey, I'm in this program. I'm going to drop a key line for you. And I heard people, they hear it and they wrote it down. I'm giving this to everybody that's out there. I tell people all the time, what if I told you? Better yet, what if I showed you how to generate an extra $250 to $400 every week? And then after that, within 7 days or less, and then every week after that, double it, triple it, and continue to flip it over and over again. Would you be interested in knowing how? Everybody's like, oh, yeah, absolutely. How does that work? That simple. And what you're going to do, get the word out. People of influence, they have a lot of influence. The more people you know, the more money you have access to. Get the information out. So when that happens, you'll go ahead and bring in Don and Greg. They do not give to you. The system does all the thinking for you. They don't give to Joe. They give directly to Hal because he is the receiver in the system. And so what we're showing right now is actually part of the 7-day challenge. We tell people once you get in, you want to go ahead and be serious about it. This is nothing that is a hobby. When you have a real necessity, meaning that you need extra money. If you don't know anything about statistics, they say on average an extra $500 to $1,000 every single month coming in. That's a lot of extra money. That's a lot of extra money. You don't have to. I was telling people like, I got family coming in here by the waves, and they're saying, we don't have to do our reunion at the local park anymore. We can go ahead and do it, on a cruise and do some real things and make some real, power moves as a family, start that new business. But you got to go ahead and get the information out. So we tell people within your first 7 days, tell everybody you have good news. You have, absolutely good news to say, hey, you need to go ahead and take a look at this. I'm telling you, there's something that's powerful going on. So Don and Greg, they give the Hal. When they go ahead and get accepted, they move you up to the next position. It's a very fast system. At this point, Don and Greg, they go ahead and bring in Kim, Will, Kelly, and Charles. I like that name. At that point, they all give to Joe. They don't give to you. You're not there yet. It goes very fast, though. I'm going to show you just how fast the system is within just a matter of you coming in, plus, like that's another 6 people coming in. What I want you to understand, though, this system is so fast that if you follow the chart, knowing that even if you just brought in Don brought in Kim, and Kim brought in somebody else, that's your money line. Within a total of 2 people coming in, that third donation that Kim brought in, that's your money coming right back to you. I told you I was going to show you the money. The way how that happens is right off that first donation that was brought in by Charles. I like that name again. He's doing something. Charles was the first person to bring in and give to you. See how that works? Right there, we tell people you already got your money back. The system works as a simple system of fill in the blank. It's just that simple, but you do want to make sure that you don't fill it in with just any and everybody. I've seen people put their kids in, it's 18 and up, You want to make sure you don't put your cats, your dogs in. People say, oh, they have lives too. I understand, but they're not going to be people that can share. Your dog can't go out there and tell his dog buddy to say, hey, come on, tell your owner to come over here and donate. No. It's crazy. I you talk about the different donation commercials for the dogs. Everybody's tearing up. Oh, the dogs. Come on. But moving forward, what you see is your money come back off that first donation. After your second donation, everybody say first two. First two donations. As you can see, it used to say you have, after you receive your second donation, you have the option to advance. Now it's going to be mandatory. We just came out of our beta phase. Go ahead and clap for that. We just came out of our 6-month beta phase. That was a time where we got to see things develop. We saw the trends of people doing what they're not supposed to do, people doing what they're supposed to do. And now, one story that I do tell, even on live, I'm going to tell it how it is. The point where it was a turning point to say they won't have the option because they're taken away from our community. You got to understand it. People, when they don't advance, they're taken away from people that are been pioneers, probably helped you get up to the receiving position. I'm not saying the statistics, most people that get pushed up, because it's people that do that, those are the ones that take away, like the people from the potluck. They get that take home plate early. But the thing that happened was, it was a young gentleman. He said he needed some help. Our system is a forward progression system, meaning we're going to help you out regardless because you're holding up our money line. We got to get we're trying to complete our board and do everything and continue going. But the guy said he needs some help. He needs some help. So we helped him out. We started filling up his board. Within one day, he got, within a matter of hours, he got about $250. And you know what he did? I called him up. I said, you got proof now? Go tell your friends. He said, I can't tell nobody. I got no proof. They all say it's a scheme. Scheme? Okay. I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. We showed him. What did he do? He said, oh, man, this was right on time. My birthday tomorrow. And I said, what? So what you gonna do? Oh man, I'm about to give me a bottle. I'm about to go out to the club, get a new outfit. I said, wow, are you serious? That's how your mindset works, to say you're gonna take from a system when you didn't have them? I think the other day your phone was off. I'm sorry, put you out there. You know who you are, but hey, it was a system just like that. I keep it real. It was a system just like that. We helped show him the money on purpose because he needed some help, but he did the wrong thing with his seed. And that was the thing that made me say, you know what? Enough is enough. We cannot have that happening for our members. I care too much about our members that we built this system for, to say we can't have people stealing from us. Because that's what it really basically was. He didn't even do nothing. Now he's taking from us. So it was a bottom line. No more. We can't do it. But now that we're going to go out of that beta phase situation, everybody say first two. First two, you always advance up, because what this happens here, just even let you know it's not a pyramid. People get passed up. As soon as you go ahead and receive your first two donations, you will have the responsibility to go ahead and advance to the higher level. It's going to be people like even Greg that's right there. He comes behind, starts receiving. If he receives his first two donations, you have not advanced, he passes you up into the higher level. Now, going to the higher level, when you go up, you're following him. Don't get out of the flow of donations because, hey, it's just like getting in line. You might get in at the back of the line whenever it comes around again. So don't do that. So moving forward, we always tell people donations 3 through 7 are yours to go ahead and spend. Everybody has their reason and why. We want to go ahead and pay off some medical expenses, pay off that student loan debt, buy some better credit. You know, credit is better than cash. But right here, I want to show people, and I want to make sure everyone knows that now that we came out of our beta phase, it's very important for everybody to know things are getting serious. We are now into our membership phase. We're at your 5th donation, meaning that the system has returned. You already went up to the higher level. You already started receiving an extra $150. Now you will have a membership fee that is $20, or $20 for the month, or $200 for the whole year. We hide nothing at this point because our system is working for you. The only reason why you would ever have a membership is because the system actually is working for you. And I've seen people that are like, why do you need? We're actually doing that for your benefit. You gotta understand. My mother, you know, she helped out a lot, and they couldn't understand my strategy to say, no, let's go ahead and let the people receive. Let's build a network of believers that know this system actually works. But then at the same time, I'm bankrupting myself and my family, and everybody else has invested with me. But I did this for a reason, to go ahead and build that community of believers and say, hey, this system actually works. It's worth every dollar that we spend on it. Because this is one of the things that one of my business partners, I got to mention this, he told me, as an adult, name one bill that you pay as an adult that's like $20. Tell me. Can anybody tell me a bill that you're paying as an adult that costs only $20? No, it doesn't happen. That thing shut me up because I was like, I want to feel for them. No, our system right here, that $20 a month is going to pay for a better experience. We're going to be one of the biggest powerhouses in the industry, and it's going to be a lot more to come from it. So everybody, when you get to that point and you see that, don't turn away. Don't shoot yourself in the foot from something that's finally working for you, okay? All right, so moving forward, what we say, donations 3 through 7, those are the ones that you want to go ahead and make something happen and start checking those to do things off the list, save the money. And then I'll let you know about one of the other groups that have grown the fastest. I'm talking about they're the fastest growing group right now. What he has been doing and exemplifying with his group is saying, hey, we see the system working, you got your money back, pay it forward for somebody else. And that's what's been happening. He was like, he has a simple system here. He comes in, he pays it forward for like 2 other people. But the only way how he's going to pay it forward for you, you have to promise and pledge to pay it forward for somebody else. And that's what's been growing his group. I'm talking about, it blew through my mind that he blew through our first, we have 5 different levels. I'm going to show you about in just a second. He blew through those first like 3 levels within a matter of like, 9 days. And it was crazy. And it was like absolutely crazy. Like, man, he was laughing at our 7-day challenge like 7 days. That's slow. That's a turtle route. But the other engine of our system, after you receive your 8th donation, that's going to be a total of $400 that you have received in your pocket. It didn't come through us. It went directly to you from these different individuals calling you up, sending you donations. That's why it's important to answer you the phone. And I tell people all the time, $400 might change your day. For a lot of people, $400 in one day is like, oh, that's better than almost my whole half a check. But this right here is not the real money. Before I go forth, everybody knowing that this is not the money, this is only the tip of the iceberg, showing you what you got yourself into is real, it works. Everybody say, Charles. Charles. Show me the real money. Show me the real money. It will be my absolute pleasure. That's nothing right there. That's just the beginning. Right here, I'm going to break down real quick my levels, my donations, my support, what you can keep, and the main thing is what I recycle. We have 2 main components of our system, the engine, the 2nd donation, and then the 8th donation. All right, so I'm going to break that down to you real quick. Level 1, you're going to go ahead and yield from the $50. That's going to be a total of $400, which you can keep from that, because once you receive your 2nd donation, you always advance to the higher level. That's going to be a total of $300. From that, you take that 100, go to level 2. You're going to be on level 2 and on level 1. It's a very powerful situation. This is the part you really want to understand and have a lot of people start to sit on the edge of their seats when they start seeing the money come in like this. But at that point, there's always going to be times 8. That's going to be a total of $800. From that, you're going to go ahead and keep a total of $550, because right here, this is what we tell people. We purposely put this in place to debunk everybody saying it's a pyramid because they get bigger and bigger, wider and wider. There's a lot of people that get passed up right here, and it's because they don't save. Our number one thing is we educate people. You want to go ahead and start saving for some things. I've seen people come in, as fast as donations come in, they go ahead and spend it. I know you have bills, but you got to understand this network right here is going to provide you money to go ahead and take care of those bills. So don't take away from your future. We're teaching people how to save, and there's a lot of people that, not exactly poor, but they have some poor mindsets. That's why we educate you on how to be successful. This is not just the name United Success Network just to be having some extra money. It's called United Success. Meaning when we come together, we can all be successful, but it takes different key components to make it all happen. So we put that in place because a lot of people get passed up right there. If you can understand this, the reason why, and it could possibly happen if you don't think about it, is on level 2, you'll only receive, the first 2 donations, you can have the option to go ahead and advance up. First 2 donations from level 2, you only have received $200. So what you want to do is you save something from level 1 and allow it to go up there so you can stay in place. And we see a lot of people get passed up. Don't be one of those people that get passed up because you weren't paying attention to the board. This is chess, not checkers. Think about it. All right. So moving from that point, $250 is going to go into $2,000. Going to speed up a little bit faster. You always take first 2. You go ahead and go to the higher level. From there, times 8, that's going to be 4,000. First 2 from that, go to the higher level. I tell people all the time, do not come in here with this $50 mindset. You'll be surprised. I've seen people, and we went through a 6-month beta phase where I've talked to a lot of people. I experienced a lot of different people, and you'll be surprised. People will come in here and give their $50 and stop talking about it. and they won't even call you. Matter of fact, they'll stop answering your phone call like, hold up, didn't you just signed up? And that's probably because people have begged them or tried to convince them so hard that they just gave you the money to shut up. Right here, shut up, I don't want it. Okay, just stop bothering me. And you don't want those type of people. Remember, you're building a team. We're crowdfunding, you're fundraising together. But you'll be surprised how many people come in here with the $50 mindset saying that it's so small. But I guarantee you, if it was for $500 or $5,000, they'll be popping up at your house, peeking through your window, at your job, going through your cousin, your mama's house, or whatever. They'll be coming for you saying, hey, I need my money back. How do I get my money back? You got me in this program. How does it happen? So you need to have that same kind of mindset where, it's not even just a $5,000 mindset. This actually gets to to six-figure potential and beyond that. So that's the kind of mindset. And I need people to actually keep their eyes on the prize per se. Level 5 is the promised land of our network, saying that's where you have reached success in our network. Right there, if you understand, as you go through the level, every one of the times, the first 2 donations, you always advance to the higher level. On level 5, there's no other levels. Like other different systems, you'll see they'll try to build this thing up till it goes up to 20,000 if they could, And it's crazy that they do that because those are impossible systems and structures to go ahead and do. In this system, you only need one position. The reason why on this board and this structure of our system, which I've been through the test and I've seen everything out there. Our system, through one complete phase, that's going to be a total of $13,350. Actually, when it came through your pocket, it's going to be a total of $15,200. We put the system together for you, knowing that it is achievable. I told you within a matter of 9 days, we had people going through this level, and about his 13th day, they were at level 4. They're moving very, very fast, but it's going to take people to understand what you have your hands on. It's going to take people to understand that. But this is not the money that I really want you to understand. I tell people all the time, say for instance, sir, what's your name? Asher. Say for instance, I gave you a scenario and said, hey, I got this thing going on and I need you to give me $50 right now. And I guarantee you within 1 year, I'll go ahead and bring you back about $13,000. Would you give it to me? No. He said no. Why not? You don't know me. Family, or what about as your brother? Absolutely. Okay. That's the same thing. What we tell people all the time, that usually works anyway, if y'all understand. I usually have everybody like, man, I always find out one in the crowd is going to say no to me, like, oh, don't mean mug me. I got love for you, man. But hey, what we usually do is like, that's a very good thing to say. Even I tell people we can fill up these rooms all around the country, even off of level 1. Level 1, even if the system just ended at $400, you go ahead and I tell people that easy button that y'all saw, the simplicity of it all. If that was an easy button, you put $50 in and they kept kicking you out $400, I'll stand there all day and then tell somebody else like, you need to come push this button for me. And you can take half of it, whatever, But it's a simple system as that, saying that, hey, it's either it makes sense or it doesn't. If these levels don't make sense to you, we're gonna go take you somewhere and pray for you back there or something like that. But we didn't just stop right here at the $13,350. We have the other engine of our system, which is the 8th donation. What's going to happen when you see that? You're going to see that when you start to recycle, you start to begin to grow with the entire network. The reason why we say that is because that is the second main component of our system. We tell people all the time, if it's not broke, don't fix it. That means if this system, even from this level, you complete all 8 donations, the system has worked for you. Am I right? You're right. So what we have placed in on the 8th donation is not coming out of your pocket. And just to understand this, anytime you level up to the higher levels, it's always from the abundance. The system has allowed you to go ahead and move up to those higher levels. It's not you coming out of pocket. So understand that. But what's happening is out of that 300, you receive that 8th donation. Since it's not broke, you don't fix it. You recycle it right back into that same level. So to understand the powerful system that we put in place for you, is if you go through all these levels 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you will be on each and every level simultaneously. All right. Think about that. I want everybody to let that kick in and sink in. Simultaneously, meaning that we put together a system where you actually have a residual $11,450 coming in on a residual basis. The reason why I want you to understand is this is really the main key point of it all, of this whole breakdown of this board. When you get down to this final 8th donation on level 5, final donation, I mean, that's your 8th one, meaning that all you can do is recycle back in. If you understand this, you've been on all these levels. I'm gonna let you know right now, I've seen people, even just in the small phases, they've been on this level. They haven't even completed one complete cycle. They've been through it on level 1 probably 3 or 4 times. So the understanding, when you get your 8th donation, meaning that you completely maxed out your network, you have made it to the promised land, you're a true believer, you're telling everybody in the world, hey, do you need to go ahead and do this? Right here, when you get to that final donation, you probably went through level 1 probably like 6, 7, 8 times, probably even more. Think about it. Just from level 1 right there. Level 2, you probably went through there to 4 or 5 times. Level 3, 3 or 4 times. Level 4, probably your first and second recycle going back into that level. Our system works exactly the way how it says it works. You only need one position. I've seen people, I've looked at the boards, and we're going through that as well. Do not get more than one position. Our system is more than abundant. Actually, and when you go through and you recycle, you're actually almost creating a whole new position over and over and over and over again. It's a very powerful system that we took our time putting together for you and everybody else that you know in your life that needs some extra. And I know everybody I know needs some extra, all right? Yeah. So we put this together. The system works exactly the way how it says that works. Moving forward, what you want to know, your goal is very simple. What you want to do from here is for everyone to apply the 7-day challenge. I don't know exactly where everyone is that has brought you out here, but what we have going on in the 7-day challenge is saying that, hey, you want to tell everybody. We all have good news to share and say, hey, this is something you just need. And we tell people all the time, knowing that the passion is there. A lot of people say, why? Why would I do that? I say, why not? Why would you hold back the hand of blessings to say, hey, we've been divided for way too long. Something is wrong. Let's go ahead and make something happen together. Knowing that this is the time of Thanksgiving that this is released right now, that we need to go ahead and come together. We're going to come together and break bread and fellowship at the dinner table together. Let's go ahead and close something out and say, you know what? I choose to do this just because it is the right thing to do. All right. Other cultures have been doing it for a long time. Yeah. Let's bridge the gap. All right. I don't know about you. I don't like my ends to just meet and wave at each other. I need them to wrap around me and feel warm. You know, having that feeling of having an extra more month than money left over. That's not a good feeling. This right here shows you how you can do that. But the 7-day challenge is very simple. What you'll do is your goal is when everyone, new member joins, they want to duplicate the key word, duplicate the 7-day challenge so you can go ahead and complete your level 1 within a total of like 7 days. I'm gonna tell you right now, I told you other groups, they blow it out the water. I mean, your level 1 can be filled in tonight. Tonight, you get on the phone, you tell some people tonight within a matter of a few hours, your boards can fill up. It's the system of fill in the blank. Most people usually do this within a total of 7 days, within 24 to 48 hours. Realistically, it's a very fast system that absolutely is, like I said, it's fill in the blank. You can't go wrong. Make sure you fill in with the right people, that you don't just throw everybody in because say, hey, everybody get rich. It's not one of them programs where everybody say it's about to get rich quick. It's nothing like that. We have more a system that shows you, hey, this is a marathon. Some people run the marathon race way faster than others. And then some people that are slower than others. But it's a marathon to say, hey, we're doing this for the next generation. That's the key thing. This is about compassion for your fellow man to say, if you love me like you say you love me, show me. Show me. And it's not 500, it's not 5,000, all right? All right, so moving forward, what do you do from here? You want to basically go ahead and get in contact with the person that shared this site with you. We always tell people, family and friends, they gather here. And we're changing the gap and just helping everybody else out. So the second step, you want to go ahead and set up your different cash app, different methods. That's one of the ways we do it right now. We have different methods. You can always send cash if somebody's local right there with you. This is how we crowdfund. Very simple. Then at that point, you want to go ahead and send your donation. We always tell people, do not sign up if you're not ready to go ahead and send your donation. But we got enough people out there that already say, if you're not ready to go ahead and donate, don't even get on my team right now. So we already know that. We always go ahead and send it in cash. And then the last step, we do things in 1, 2, 3s, and 4s. Fourth step is make sure that everyone that joins duplicates the 7-day challenge. This is a process of duplication. We all know that we're now crowdfunding, we're fundraising, we're campaigning, we're doing this together as a team. Teamwork makes the dream work. Am I right? So now that we've been exposed to it, it's time to put it into action. One other thing that I want to go ahead and show people, this is one thing that we're finally finalizing the deal on. They said within these next 2 weeks. I'm saying it. It's been one of them things trying to work out this international deals. Like, hey, behind the scenes, there's a lot of stuff going on, trying to work things out to make sure we had the best user experience for everyone that's in our community. That's what we are. It's not the company. This is a community. We all are in this piece by piece together, pieces of the puzzle. So we're gonna get that coming out. One other thing I want to tell people that in my closing statements, that taken away from this night, the ball is in your court. People online, the ball is in your court. Whoever led you to this video, like I said, they have your best interest in mind. Whoever brought you out here, they sincerely wanted you to see this for yourself, to say, hey, I don't want to get up there and explain it. This guy does a job. I tell people all the time, I'm closing at 99%. If you're watching this video, do the right thing and don't make my numbers drop, okay? I mean, people over here as well, whoever had you in here, they want you to go ahead and make a decision to say, hey, we can come together. When we come together, that's when we make change happen. This is key word, united. I tell people all the time, united, we stand, divided, we have failed. We've already failed. All we can do is we're at the bottom. It's only up from this point. What do you have to lose? $50? There's only two types of people that's too skeptical, or they're really broke. I mean, you just let me know. You're just so skeptical, and I tell people all the time, I heard situations, I got to pray about it. Okay, go ahead, pray about it. I don't do nothing without God's telling you to do it. And then there's people say, I got to call my lawyer. $50, call your lawyer. Okay, they're going to charge you, like I said, they're going to charge you more than that. That's more than a consultation fee. So really, we kept the line real fine. We have something here. We have a blessing we're having the next generation. We have a passionate path that we're on. We're, humanitarians. I'm a philanthropist, helping out a lot of people doing that. I'm a humanitarian. I have to make something happen in this lifetime. We're only pioneers, different pieces of the puzzle that say, hey, we come together and we're going to do this. We're going to choose to give and we're going to choose to live united. It's your decision. Tell people, make your next decision your best decision, and let's all create a better financial stability. We might not agree about politics and religion, but when it comes down to this money, don't hold back. Don't be that hater. All right? So there we have it right there.